Hey guys, welcome back to Frenemies. I'm Ian.
I'm Diego.
And we are back for more Noragami Aragoto. So, last episode, Hiyori and Kazuma were taken by Kugaha.
Yeah.
And Aiha helped out. And she had a staff, Scourge, and the jar of phantoms. Basically, they used their name, I think, to basically control them or whatever. Something like that.
It seems when you use that, it corrupts the soul or what have you of the regalia that uses it, or so at least the staff.
The scourge? I don't know. No, he said it erodes regalia. I don't know if using it erodes regalia or if like the attacks erodes regalia. But either way,
yeah, it's one of those. It's a powerful attack that they can use that if they can't use their borders
themselves. Yeah. And Kazuma, before all that, Kazuma was exiled, and so he's a Nora essentially. Well, not quite, but I mean, if he were to get up, he's basically either being like not being able to use much, use his weapon form. Well, he's not really necessarily a weapon, but uses his regalia form. He still has his regalia powers, so he can still do border and obviously bind, whatever it's called.
Is it constrain?
I think it's what it was. A lot of the regalias are like not in a very negative mood right now, so she's gonna start feeling that. Yeah, she's gonna start feeling that. And Kugaha, no. Yeah, that's the bad guy, right? Kugaha. Yeah. He's the one. He's trying to corral the others, the other main regalias that she uses, because they're like they're without Kazuma. That's his name, right?
Yeah, it was Kazuma.
Yeah, Kazuma. He like the guns and the giant sword. The guns and the giant sword though have it the worst because they can't aim as well, and with the sword he's basically too strong. He doesn't know how to control his power right now. But Kudaha is he said savior. What does he mean by that? So maybe he'll be the one to kind of point Bishamon in the right direction, hopefully, to help her see better, or at least to see through the anger and then the what's it not despair. What's the word I'm looking for? The deception that Kugaha is kind of putting everywhere. And then there's Yukine. He's feeling pretty crap about not about his friend and also getting Kazuma in trouble. Yeah, that's pretty much everything, guys. In case you didn't see last video, for now, Noragami is gonna have to be going on the website, the reaction portion anyway. So after you can just go the link in the description. You can go there. It'll take you straight to the website, and then after that, you come back here for the discussion afterwards. Yeah, go ahead and start the episode.
Well, we know the backstory now. I kind of thought he was always basically their head. I didn't know he was, at the time he was basically along the lines of a newbie or so, and then he became their enforcer. I think he said it was called.
It's an exemplar.
Exemplar. Thank you. I do think it's kind of neat, since it was in the past and they didn't really have normal earrings or whatever. He was basically just a small little spike. That's their earring. That's kind of neat to to show the times and stuff.
I'm trying to think how Yukine will not be dead, or at least be brought back. Because that's just supposed to be it for him.
It could be one of those things that takes some sacrifice to bring him back. I wouldn't be I know there are some shows and stories that would do something like that. I would this important character, not just because shock value, but because
But I'm just worried. I don't know what. I know the show isn't afraid to push darkness or dark stories. I'm just worried where it falls in terms of writing. Will it go with saving him, or will it go with this character is basically one of the main characters is dead? I know that regalia is. I mean, nobody that we know, but they died. A bunch of them had died. We saw him kill them, almost all of them except for Kazuma.
Yeah.
So I know it's not impossible for him to be dead. It's hard for me to see him dead. I don't know.
I don't want him to die.
Right. It's hard to it's hard to believe that he's dead though. Not just oh my god, I can't believe it. It's just it almost writing wise it doesn't seem like they would do that, but at the same time it's very plausible. Yeah. I don't know. I'm really hoping, because now I feel bad that I didn't like. I mean, I was beyond shocked, but it's just like I felt like I wanted to get like really emotional, but one, they didn't give me enough time, because then they just ended it, and then two, it just part of me is just like no, you can't be, I mean, please don't be dead. God, Yato. I don't know how that, because I mean Bishamon even mentioned about killing his regalia because he was with Yato, but I don't know, seeing like if she'll stay with that or she'll actually be affected with like having killed another one, because he was trying to kill hers as well, like right now, like when the two kids essentially that were the guns, like the girl was hurt first and then the boy was injured, both in the same area. I don't know. Part of me was like thinking like maybe he's can study himself enough. The only thing is that I remember when we first saw the giant sword last season, he was like, "You kidding me? I think that sword's gonna cut me in half or whatever." I don't know exactly what he said, but essentially he was pretty sure that he wasn't gonna be able to withstand it. But I was hoping like maybe with his confidence back or with the fact that he's not blighting or stinging Yato.
It might be because since he was just a sword and not in the hands of his god at that moment.
That's also a possibility, but I don't know.
I'm not sure if maybe when he does the whole this is the land of the rising sun, that also might have helped.
That's not but
I don't know, but just being in the hands of God probably helps. Maybe helps it out, but
I don't know, because the power is supposed to be in the regalia. Because even when Yato is just the wielder. Because when he uses it, he's like, okay, you need to focus on only the one you want to hurt, and then nothing else will be hit. So it's Yato or Yukine is just the one with I think the power. Yato is just the wielder.
But it also helps maybe I know since he's supposed to be really good at not barriers.
Barriers.
There are barriers.
No.
Borders. That's
okay. Yeah. Borders. Yeah, not barriers. Yeah.
And I always it's like that sword, the giant sword that Bishamon has, kind of reminds me of a hammer in the sense, or not a hammer, but a big knife and a small scalpel is basically Yukine.
Oh.
And while it can cut super fine, it's still a lot more.
No, because they've mentioned before how powerful Yukine is.
Yeah, but but the other guy was also powerful in the sense that he could even though he's not good at making barriers, a dude who's a giant sword, he's still big and strong and able to cut through even the normal realm, which he's not really normally supposed to should do. I think what he was saying, he's powerful in the sense that he's really good at being such a fine, a fine cut. He's good at being precise.
I think he's also just straight powerful because I know he's not going to be as strong as he's not. I know they weren't saying he's all powerful or one of the most strongest, but it's not just refined because it's not easy for a regalia to make a board in the first place because we saw Kazuma having issues.
We saw him having issues.
So it's not that he's precise. He's actually strong, really strong.
I didn't know they did the so now we understand why the whole Ma and Ha and stuff like that.
I wasn't even thinking about it. I even saying it whenever I would say Kazuma and then the others, I knew all their names were Ha, but I completely I knew his name was Kazuma, but I just for some reason I wasn't he's the only one that's different.
Yeah, I didn't think about that. I just thought it just sounded similar enough. I was like, okay, I get it. I was like, but no, it's a completely different surname.
Clan. Some use them as as a brand, and some use them more so as a familial link, which is what Bishamon does. And she made her first family was Ma, and Kazuma's the last one of that survives. The Ma clan. So I was completely wrong about Yato and Bishamon being a thing.
They probably did remember when he saw when he was cutting them apart, she was like, please have mercy, oh great God, because it seems at least
we didn't catch that the first time they showed it. They never showed that. They showed the please don't and then him.
I meant in this
right.
When I was saying that I was along the lines of she was probably aware of him, but not personally knew him. And I wouldn't be surprised if, especially during this time, he could have been particularly powerful because of what he does.
Right, and he had a Nora, so.
He had a Nora. And I am curious to what caused him to want to not be that anymore. Cause
I don't know. He did seem to be something in him already before, because Kazuma kind of convinced him to come. Because first Nora brought up you can give us your name, and then Kazuma said what he was saying, or said what about Bishamon and that he would die for her and he gave up his name and everything, and Yato's just like, just pay me later. I'll take me to them now. I'm just like, oh, okay, so.
I mean, like, yeah, like he still seemed like he was changing. It seemed at that point. I was just curious to what caused him to change in the first place, because he seems so, like, even then he seemed so much colder than we see him now. Like he was a lot more. He seemed a lot more ruthless. Like
I think what didn't help is that in the times that he was, war was more like common. And not just war, but just like violence, like that was just more constant. Gotcha. People were like not necessarily as ashamed to just like ask for somebody to kill this person or kill a massive people.
Like ask some guy, like divine intervention, like I want this guy to die so that I can move up in the ranks. Also, we learned that succession.
Yes.
Succession.
Yeah, that's his main goal. Is basically Bishamon, he wants to die, and then a new god will show up, and then he wants to be the exemplar. No, he wants to be the new exemplar.
Oh, I was saying like. Oh. He wants a new Bishamon. So
and I guess he wants to basically control it in a sense, like more manipulate it in its own.
Yeah, because it seems they start off all the way from being a little kid, so it's as if you're basically the like I am the acting stead, or what was it? The acting ruler or whatever, like in his stead type of thing, like when a young.
I don't know.
Like when a young kid is appointed as a king, and
because a god still has to have that ranking over them, so they can't really be in like. It'd be different for here, but no, I was kind of. I think it's just more like he's gonna be like basically in the simplest terms I can think of is that. The only thing that makes sense to me is like the Jafar to the Sultan in Aladdin, so it's kind of like that. I mean, not that Bishamon's like. I'm trying to think of a nicer way to say dim. For the Sultan, but anyway, so we at least got that information, which is not really exactly helping us right now because one, Kazuma and Hiyori are still trapped in their cell, which is covered on the outside by scourge apparently, and it has like a phantom barrier or something inside as well, so she couldn't get through either. I
think the scourge is what causes them both to not be able to get out because I think scourge is just something that hurts or whatever. Like when we saw them use the blast. Like
I think the scourge is basically just like a phantom energy. So I don't know because when she kicked it, it had something else show up on the inside of the door.
Oh, I mean, it was after she kicked it that he told it said there was a scourge on the outside which is causing the.
He said there was a scourge on the outside before she kicked it. He never mentioned exactly what's inside the door.
I think that was just to show the scourge thing or whatever. But it seems there's also a definitive limit to like how long Hiyori can spend outside of her body.
It's not. I don't think it's that necessarily. I think it's because they're separated from the outside world or something like that. Yeah. So it's like something else. Because they're on the outshore or whatever. I think they're wherever Bishamon is.
I thought it was the far shore.
Shore.
Yeah, basically the
Either way,
world.
They're wherever Bishamon's in such places. So. They're not even on the physical plane where Hiyori's body is.
I actually didn't know. I thought her body, like when I saw her like hopping over there, like holding her foot. I thought what I saw was her body. It seems was just like a rock or something. So
let's see. Did Kazuma say exactly? Like I know he stopped at one point about Kugaha. Like it's almost like, and then he stopped. So did he say what is going on with Kugaha that he couldn't affect him? That Kazuma couldn't affect Kugaha?
No, I don't think so. I think at some point he just worked out his plan, which was to...
Yeah, but he didn't address the other part. So either he doesn't have his name, or... I don't know. I don't know what else could be... Because last episode I said that it was... I thought maybe it was the sashes or whatever and the bells. But also, before he said that without a name, they can't really affect them. So I'm wondering if he just doesn't have the name anymore, but I don't know... Because I mean, it's not she tests whether or not.
I wasn't sure if only like other regalias with names could do the whole blank bind or blank sleep thing that he does that Kugaha did.
Wait, what?
I thought it was only that like other regalias with names could do the name Kazuma sleep, or how Kazuma went Kugaha constraint, stuff like that. Like I thought only they could do that. I don't
know. He could not have a name and have some other kind of power. Is the problem? Like with the medicine stuff that he does and whatever crap else he uses. Maybe something to do with Nora. I don't know. I'm just wondering what he was gonna say, because I mean he probably knows, or at least suspects the answer of why it didn't affect him, unless it had something to do with his explanation of the succession and crap. We also had Kofuku and Daikuko trying to Daikuko tried to leave to help, and then but Kofuku was like, no, we can get a lot of people killed by the storm that we'd create, and then she was saying, if I'll bet on Bishamon, which would make her lose essentially. So I'm guessing
that they got out of poverty.
So I don't know if they did though, because she didn't lose. But it could just be that the match just isn't over and something else is gonna happen. So I'm just.
Or it could just be like, she's just showing that just how desperate she was, because she knows she can't do the vent.
No, I'm saying that she might not have bet the money, like placed the bet. They might not have finalized the bet, however they would, because Bishamon, if this is supposed to be like the end of the fight, and that means Bishamon didn't technically lose because, she won, trapped Yato, and then also Yuki got split in two. So she didn't lose the fight, so I guess she didn't place the bet, or maybe the fight's just not over, and then something else is going to happen that's even worse, and I'm just not cool with it. But yeah, guys, that's it for this week's episode for Noragami Aragoto. If you want to check out the rest of our stuff, go ahead and click the button next to me. And if you want to stick around for next week's episode, make sure you hit the subscribe button. But if you want to check out next week's episode early, go ahead and visit our Patreon, link right there, or in the description down below. Again, guys, that's it. Thanks for watching, and hope to see you next week.